The most important piece of information you can provide is a correct full name. A partial name will help, but a correct full name with the correct spelling is very important. If your parents were married and your father's name is on your birth certificate, more than likely it's a correct full name on your birth certificate. It might be that simple to find his name. If your parents were married, there's a marriage license that would have his full name, probably his age or an approximate age, and more than likely where he was born. So a marriage license might lead to finding a full name and a date of birth. A divorce record sometimes will have a full name, a date of birth, and maybe a Social Security number. However, Social Security numbers are blacked out on many public records because of privacy laws. Every state has an office of vital statistics with all the certified birth certificates. Only you can request your own birth certificate or your next of kin. That's one important piece of information. If you don't already have it, be sure to request a copy of your original, and if you're adopted, your adopted amended birth certificate. The birth certificate can be found at the State Office of Vital Statistics. If I were you, I'd just look it up on the internet. Just Google that state, wherever it is, Office of Vital Statistics, or birth certificate records for the state you're looking for. I guarantee you'll find it just by Googling it. Marriage license may be more difficult to find because they are kept in a county court clerk's office. So you have to know what county, and many times you have to know a year in order to find that marriage license. It's not impossible. Some of the courthouses now are going to computer databases, so they may be able to look it up easily. Many records are found in old record books. Marriage records are everywhere. Every county has a book of marriage license. So the trick is to know which county the marriage took place in. Marriage records are found in the office of the county court clerk or an equivalent of the county court clerk. They'll have books for the older license. They'll all be registered in a book with a number, and they'll be in order by dates. More currently, probably the last 10, maybe the last 20 years might be in a computer in a database. If you're looking for really old records that go back like early 1900s, those records will probably be on Ancestry.com. If you're searching for a marriage license and you go into a county court clerk's office, these are public records and anyone can have access to them. All you have to do is ask the clerk to see the marriage license books. And sometimes they're going to be on a computer and they'll offer you a computer database to search. But the county court clerk's office contains public records. Anyone can walk in, anyone can find a marriage license simply by walking in the county court clerk's office. When you go into a county court clerk's office or any public office, public libraries, you're allowed to make copies of the records. Sometimes the copies will cost a quarter, sometimes 50 cents, maybe even $1, but it's a minimum fee and you can have a copy of that marriage license. A divorce record is found at a county court clerk's office in the county in which the divorce occurred. So you have to go back to that county, and sometimes you may have to ask which one of these court clerk's offices handle divorces in the year of your divorce, because they may have more than one place to look. So there may be several offices in the courthouse that contain divorce records. They're not always in the same office. There may be several different offices. You may just make a phone call first before you go there and ask which office contains divorce records for the year in which you're searching. Assuming the mother is still alive, she'll know what year or approximate year the divorce took place. Also, think back. Was the father in your life when you were a year old, at your second birthday, your third birthday? When was the last time your father was in your life or that you saw him? More than likely, that's when the divorce took place, when he didn't come around anymore, or when you never saw him again. So think, what year was the last year you knew of your father being in your life? And that might be the year of the divorce. Sometimes you don't know the exact year, so you may have to go a range of years, 5 years before, 5 years later, but you can find a divorce record fairly easily. The more recent the divorce records are, the more likely they'll be in a computer. And you can search by the name of the groom, by the name of or the wife or the husband. You can search by the date. You can search by the father's name.